Hello my YouTube fellows, welcome to my channel. Today I want to give you guys an update on the things that I try to improve my relationship with my kids. As the video I posted a few weeks ago, why my kids are not listening, I got a lot of feedback from my friends, family members, and even people like you watching my YouTube videos. So I truly appreciate all this feedback and inputs. I think it will help me reach to a better state as a father. So today I want to give you guys a quick update, and if you are someone like me, also have kids at home, you are constantly wants to improve the relationship, please stay tuned. So here I have 3 changes I made recently. I want to explain to you in details for each of them. Change number 1. I start to read a lot of books on parent tips. For the past few years, this is my go-to method whenever I encounter a problem. In those books, I start to realize first, I'm not the only person that struggles. Second, there have a lot of good examples or resources that you can use. Some people have already experienced the similar struggles. What I can use is just to apply it to my own work or life. So reading books is definitely one good solution for you to solve any problems. But again, nowadays, you don't need only limited to books. You can watch YouTube videos. I also watched quite a few YouTube videos to understand why kids have those kind of tantrum. So a specific book that I recommend you guys read is called You Are Your Kid's Best Toy. In that book, it reminded me that a lot of cases when we are with our kids, but we are not really with our kids. For example, you might still using your smartphone to check emails or reply or even message to your friends. In that case, you are not truly with your kids. So that's what prevents you from cultivating a good relationship with your kids. In most cases, when your kids want you by this, by that, it's because they didn't get enough affection, enough attention from you. So after I applied this to my 2 kids, I saw an immediate improvement. For example, now when I go to park with my kids, I never sit on a bench and just let them play, because you need to show that you care them. They want you to play with them. Like the fun game that I play with my 3 years old nowadays we call it a selling game. Usually what we do is, he wants to sell me something. He will stand under the slide and say, selling, selling. And then I'll ask him, what do you have? He will say, ice cream. I will ask him, how much? He will say $2. Then I will pick 2 sticks from the ground and give to him. Then he will give whatever he prepared for me. And he loved that game. Every time when I play that game with him, he seems to have a much better mood compared if I just let him play alone on the slides. Same thing happened for my older son at home. If I put away my cell phone, I sit down, no matter it's a train track or build Legos together, if I just focus on be with them, I feel like I'm more important than the toy itself. So again, if you haven't read, I highly recommend you read the book, You Are Your Kid's Best Toy. So hopefully by reading books can help you improve your relationship. Change number 2. I start to seek professional helps. They have an employee assistant program which covers your cost if you want to hire a therapist. What I did is I called the number and they gave me a few recommendations. But unfortunately, all the recommendations that the EAP program recommended me either didn't call me back or they are not accepting new patients. So I decided to just search online to see what are the other available programs. So a specific program called Parent-Child Interaction Training caught my eye. Looks like it's a good program, but personally I haven't tried. I will need to contact my insurance company to see what are the coverages are. If you are struggling or if you feel like you want to improve your relationship with your kids, I recommend you seek professional help as well. Change number 3, talk to the people who have experienced this before. This is very interesting because after I share my video on the internet, a lot of people, including my colleagues, look at the video from LinkedIn. And one of my colleagues actually, during our weekly project meeting, he told me that he watched my video and he really felt it for me because he went through the same thing. So I was interested to know what happened. So we spent actually more than an hour to find out his story. And to be honest, I was surprised and inspired by his story. Taught me a lot of learnings that he gathered through these years because his kids is already 7 years. Pretty much for the past 7 years, he and his wife are constantly learning and apply different methods. One particular thing that I still remember now is husband and wife needs to set same criteria. You don't want your kids to know that you two have a disagreement. If you said you can only eat one candy a day, then your spouse needs to apply the same. They cannot provide them 2 candies for that day. So I think that's what I'm lacking today because for myself, I'm a person that are very flexible. Since you don't have a criteria, your kids don't know what to adhere. He's still 3 and 5 years old kids. What do you expect them to set criteria for themselves? So as a parent, it's really important to set a criteria and hold to that criteria for both of the spouse. Definitely try to talk with experienced people. You will know that you are not the only person have those struggles. And more importantly, you can get past learning and suggestions, which can help you improve your relationship with your kids. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you today. If you like my content, please subscribe and click the like button, and I will see you next time.